What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK Pop, and I want to welcome you back to another video in my series covering 120 of my favorite songs from 2015. In this video, we're going to be covering 71 through 80. So let's get it started. The first song that I want to talk about is from Wonder Girls, their much anticipated comeback, and the song titled I Feel You. And this song and the album are about as 80s as you could possibly get in this day and age, and that is awesome. Ultimately though, the thing that is the downside for me from this song is that because it is an 80s sort of pop song, it just makes it a bit boring after a while. It's a really awesome song to listen to every once in a while, but putting it on repeat, it gets very old. I love the song, I love the album that it's on. The whole 80s inspiration and style and sound is fantastic, and definitely, again, like a couple other releases this year, makes it stand out from the rest of the music that was released. Moving from Wonder Girls with their fantastic song, we're moving to another fantastic song from SHINee, Married to the Music, for the repackage of their Odd album. And when I said View earlier in the series was one of their best songs of their career, definitely of this year, and it wasn't like the best of the year, this is my favorite SHINee song of the year. This is my favorite SHINee song ever. It's a really fantastic song. The song is fantastic. The video is really interesting to go along with it as well, and that visual aspect just makes it really memorable and easy to remember. Moving from SHINee and their awesome visual to Vix LR, their awesome visual in a completely different way in the song Beautiful Liar. Vix LR is of course the subunit from Vix featuring Leo and Ravi, and that combination, when it first came out and it was announced, was a bit interesting to me, because you got a vocal and a rapper in a duo, which doesn't seem like it would quite work, but it worked absolutely fantastically. They sound differently, they have different, just tones of voice, they have different styles, they have different, purposes within the group. Putting them together, you get something really interesting, because it's just the two of them as opposed to having the rest of the members in the group. And this song and the rest of the album are really fantastic. They're really beautiful songs. And of course, it's one of my favorite songs and favorite albums of the year. Moving from Vix LR on to Hyuna, which is definitely not really a beautiful song, it is a more of a badass kind of song, and the song is Because I Am the Best, or whatever you want to call it, roll deep, whatever. She has had of course, her solo comeback to follow up 4 Minutes comeback earlier in the year, and maybe this song is not particularly her best in the last couple of years, at least in my personal opinion. I like it a lot, it's a really nice song. But I don't think that it is the best. I think that her previous song before this was a lot better. The one before that was a lot better. This song's good, it's enjoyable, but I just don't think that it really, hits as hard as some of the other ones do. This song is good. The rest of the songs on the album are also pretty good, but it's just not like the best thing I've ever heard in my life, and I'm not like falling over in love with it, even though I do quite like it, I do like it quite a lot. Moving from Hyuna to a song that I like a little bit more than that, from JJCC and their song Where You At. And again, just as with every single release that JJCC seems to do, they have changed their style and concept and sound into something completely different, and that's kind of one of the reasons why I like them, although I feel that they're more like kind of like pushing and probing and trying to find the spot in the sound and the style that kind of like clicks for them as far as like what people like to hear from them, and then they might stick with that a little bit for a little while until it becomes not profitable anymore. But JJCC as it is constantly evolving. I like that a lot from them. It's really awesome to hear, to just listen to a group and not know what to expect from them every single time they release a song. That's pretty much that's pretty different, and I think that the reason why that is because you get a lot of the groups that people don't know or just starting out are very dynamic and I guess evolutionary between releases, whereas a group that finds success is pretty much gonna stick with that for as long as they possibly can. As long as it keeps bringing in the fans and the attention and the money, they're gonna keep with that sort of sound. Whereas JJCC and a lot of other groups haven't particularly found that, so they just keep changing it up until they will find that breakthrough song and success. And who knows? Until then, I'm just enjoying their, not knowing what to expect from them from every single release. A song from a group that you can definitely probably, expect that you're going to know what you're going to hear from them is April. The song Dream Candy, really, really fantastic. I like it a lot. It's basically, I don't specifically know if it's particularly like your classic April song, but it's April, and April is pretty dang good. I like them a lot. It's their debut year, so they're still kind of like feeling it out, trying to, find out exactly where they fit. But, April, for the first year, they've done pretty good. Dream Candy is a really, really awesome song. Moving from April, we're going to talk about a group that you probably don't specifically know of, and that's called Beat When. I got into them last year with their song Illusion, which is really, really awesome. If you haven't listened to that song, you should definitely check that out. But they make a comeback this year with the song Stalker, which is, in my opinion, a really big step back from Illusion, because Illusion was a really good song. This song is still pretty enjoyable. I like it quite a bit, but they've gone for something completely different than what they've done in Illusion as far as the visual and the sound and the style. The music video is, I don't want to specifically say cheap, but it doesn't look particularly the best, and not to mention that they included a lot of branding in their their set and their wardrobe and stuff, which then had to be blurred out because Korea's got laws about that sort of stuff, about advertising in videos. So that's a huge negative, but I can't really take that as a huge negative because, music videos don't really matter to me. But, I do like that they changed something. They tried something different, and they released a pretty decent song with it. I don't think it's their best song. I still like Illusion quite a bit more, but we'll have to see what they've come up with next. We're going to move from Beat When, who you don't know, to a solo singer, Junil, and her song Sorry, which, this seems to be the year where I just find a bunch of solo female singers that I just absolutely love. Junil is another one that we're going to add to my list of, solo singers that I love, and this song is really, really good. I mean, I don't know specifically what to say about this, because it's more about the, I guess the sound of her voice and all of that stuff, and just the energy and the stuff behind the song that really make me like it. So we got to add this to the list. Moving from Junil, we're going to talk about Tiara and their song So Crazy. And, Tiara are consistently above average from release to release. And, that's a good thing. Although, on the other hand, as far as, being popular in Korea, they haven't quite had that huge breakout success that they have. They're quite popular group. They make some really, really good music. I just don't think that over the last couple of years, what they've released has been super spectacular. Although I really did like Sugar Free last year. I quite like that song. But this song is good. It's not quite up to Sugar Free levels of awesomeness, but it's Tiara, and they're generally known for being really, really having some very simple elements of their songs, which people say are why they are so loved, because it makes it really easy for the fans to get into and follow. And you have a point, but on the other hand, it doesn't really make them stand out too much, in my opinion, from the rest of the pack. But, being consistently good and consistently releasing quality music consistently is also a really, really, really good thing, which, a lot of groups outside of, top companies or even groups that aren't really that established yet don't do that frequently. But, Tiara's been around for a while. They're established. Quality music from them, every single release would be expected at this point. We're going to finish it off with a song from someone who you probably wouldn't expect to see on this list, but it's just a personal thing. I liked it quite a lot. And we're talking about Cheetah and her song My Number. And I mean, it's specifically, I wouldn't have thought when I listened to this song, or even when I went into the music video reaction for this, that I was gonna like this song very much, but I actually did. It was nice. I liked it a lot. I mean, it's, the rap and the hip hop, so I don't quite, feel that so much, but on the other hand, I really, really do like it. It's a nice song. It's got, a lot of badass attitude in it, which I like. It's just, it's very, very good. And, what else do I say? I don't specifically know what else to say. I like it. I don't specifically have a good reason why I like it at the moment. I never will, because if I don't at this point, then I will never have a good reason for it. But yeah, there you go. Cheetah, My Number, finishing off the songs for this video. So that brings us up to number 80. I want to know what your favorite songs from 2015 were, so put them in the comment box below. You can get connected with me on social media. I got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and a bunch of others. There's links to those profiles and more in the description box below. So if you want to click on those and give me a follow, I would really appreciate that. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. My personal opinion and my feeling is obviously not the general outlook of the masses, or else they wouldn't be doing what they're doing for all of these releases. Even if the members do or do not want to do it, they're still doing it. Moving from Stellar to another really fantastic girl group that has been like super consistent since they debuted, and that is